Hey, welcome back. We have a knife or two here, and it is very exciting. I've been wanting to check out a knife from this maker for a few months now. It took me a minute to figure out which ones I wanted, but when I did, man, I found some really cool ones. So these are from EJ Work. Emmett, let's see if I can get the full name here. His name is Emmett I believe is how it's pronounced. Let me just take this over here, make sure nothing private gets exposed. Cool. Knife. Receipt. And a note here. All right, perfect. What started with me carving sticks at a young age of 8 has turned into my dream job at just 14 years old on a one-man show. Make everything by hand from raw material in my shop. Look, guys, I don't normally ask you to really, go buy something from my channel, right? I don't do this for profit. But what I will say is, we sometimes need to invest in our community. This is super cool. Check out his website, EJworkman.com, and I'm about to show you why. Because I think this is some pretty impressive stuff here from what I saw. 14-year-old, there's some pictures of them like on their smithing when he's like 12. It's pretty unbelievable. Pretty rare to see something like that. And wait until you see the knife. Now this one is a Damascus Dagger. I saw this posted and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get in on the drop. I have to try and get that one. And what's really cool is he's offering for the next few days here to do these on a pre-order. So this custom Damascus Dagger, you can order from him. Go check out the website again, EJworkman.com. If you like what you see here. Oh, I can tell you I like what I see. And if you watch the channel, that's not always the case. That is freaking impressive. One of the things I was curious about was how even he was going to be on these grinds, because that is not an easy blade shape to make. And that is impressive. Okay, let's go take a look. Now this next one, so this thing ran $6.75, so not cheap. This next one is on sale right now for $175. Might be more in your wheelhouse, so give a second here. Big bad Damascus Dagger isn't your thing. You might be more interested in something like this. And this is the majority of his knives are going to be more of this type of 1075 blade steel, ultra functional, ready to just go be put to work. I've seen him do videos hacking through things. Oh, I can't believe a 14-year-old made this in his garage. When I saw these pictures, I was like, no way. And I had to go dig around. Oh my God. That's one of the best feeling fixed blades in hand I've ever handled. It's as good or even better looking in person than it was in the picture. Wow. That is, honestly, I'm a little blown away. I was trying to temper my, expectations. Very young maker. Let me see if I can find some paper here to cut. Very young maker and just be very reasonable. It's sharp. Can the dagger do it too? Wow. Yeah. Okay. This guy can make knives. So my call to action, community members, go take a look at his website. It's EJworkman.com here. And I don't think you're going to be disappointed. He actually is running a sale right now for the holidays. I don't know why, frankly. I don't think anything that I'm seeing here needs to be put on sale, but it's the case. So I would take advantage of that. Now I'm just gonna give you a size feel here. This is one of my favorite fixed blades out of Boatwright Blade Works. Handle very similar in size here. Blade a bit longer up here, and obviously we're going into big size here on the Dagger. This is a, I mean, that's a 7.5 inch blade. This is a big, I've never bought a knife that looked like this before. I saw this, I'm a knife collector, I needed it in my collection. I had to. I can't believe, and here's his maker's mark, I can't believe this is made by a 14-year-old in his garage. It's truly remarkable. His prices are very reasonable. These are $200. I think they're on sale right now for like $195. They're on sale for right now for like $175. You've got a nice finish on there. So if you're concerned about the, it not being a stainless steel, I don't think you're going to have a problem there because he's got it finished up. So now let me take a look in the shop here. And again, I'm not one to be sitting here selling knives on the channel. This is a collector channel, but gosh, it's pretty rare you see something like this. So I think we should all take a moment. So blade, hardened, heated, 1075 steel. There's not a lot of info on here about how he's doing that finish, but it looks almost like a Cerakote. It looks like it's probably a Cerakote finish. It just looks so clean. It's just shocking. Like, I'll be honest. I'm just going to be completely honest. When I first saw it, I was like, is this a scam? Like, is this some guys buying these, like, made super nice by some factory in China and putting it off as his work? Like, this just seemed crazy. You got about a 4-inch cutting edge here, 4 1/4, 4 1/3 inch blade, and 8.5 overall. He's making these big knives. Like, these aren't for made in USA out of Minneapolis. It's crazy. All right, let's read more here. I'm a one-man show. I make everything by hand, raw material in my shop. All my knives are one-of-a-kind products. I create my blades from scratching, starting with a piece of high-carbon steel. From there, I shape, grind, quench, and temper, then finish with a hand-carved handle. Try new things every day. I'm improving my craft. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I always like new ideas, feedback, constructive criticism. Makes me better. Hope you love your blade. Use it. Love to use it. I'd love to go put this to work. Now, he's got a bunch of different blade shapes too. He's got Tanto blades. He has clip point. I see drop point on here. There's a huge variety of blade shapes, some with choils, some without choils, some with this, gosh, this is impressive. I mean, so many different handle materials. You got woods, you got G10, you got all sorts of really neat knives here that he's making. I'm honestly just blown away. The quality of the work is just remarkable. To be done by hand to this degree of cleanliness and perfection, it's really impressive. It really is. I'm honestly a little bit stunned here. Okay, so if I can find any flaws on these. Okay, on this handle, this side is slightly more flush than this side. You got a little bit of a lip. So you got a little bit of a lip there. The rest of that one looks honestly just about perfect. Super curious how he makes this this tang. It's really nice in hand. Wow. On this one, a couple super minor overlaps, super minor, but really darn close. Most of it's like pretty much perfectly aligned on the handle to the blade. And then just a little bit of overlap. I'd like those screws to be inset ever so slightly more into the scale there. So this is very nitpicky, but you can see that screw sticking out just slightly. And then this screw just slightly off center in the hole. For a handmade custom knife, all within margin and expectation. But wow. Sharpened all the way to the tip very nicely. Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised. Again, I highly encourage you to go check out the website, EJworkman.com. I am going to look to send these out to some other knife makers, see if I can get some exposure for this young gentleman. If you're on Instagram, you can check out a lot of his work there as well. He gives updates. Let me pull up his info here. EJ, where are you here? All right, it is Emmett, and his Instagram handle is at EJ_work, at EJ_work. So check him out there as well. He drops a lot of good info about what he's bringing out. Oh man, he has a really sweet hand rubbed satin blade that looks like he's bringing out, made out of 1084. And then it looks like he's got a really nice looking harpoon coming out. So boy, if you're into fixed blades, I gotta say, like, you'd be hard pressed to find a cooler situation or a better excuse to buy a really nice fixed blade knife than this. This is about as good as they come in terms of a situation to justify your knife habit like I do. So wow, really like the how thin that gets up there towards the tip. That's just a really cool blade shape, very different than any others. And I don't do a lot of straight backs, honestly, but I loved this OD green style G10 handle, and man, that thing feels good in hand. So I cannot wait to put these to the test and or put these in the hands of some other knife reviewers to see what they think. So that's all for now. If you enjoyed the content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.